Hello, and welcome back to the Mixed Concepts channel, or welcome to the channel if you are new. So, based on the title of this video, if you are viewing it, it says that USA is on top of Cricket World Cup League 2 at the moment. Yes, that's actually really nice to know as a USA cricket fan after the tri-series between USA, Nepal, and Scotland. I mean, personally, if you ask me as a USA fan, I wish USA could have beat Scotland at least once so that we could have got 3 wins out of 4, especially because it's on home soil. It was at home in USA, so could have got 3 out of 4. It would have been awesome to have been outright first instead of, being tied with Canada for first position and only being on top of them due to the better net run rate. But to be honest, I mean, the start has been good overall. Got 8 out of 12 wins. 8 wins out of 12 matches played. But yeah, the 2 losses against Scotland, both were one-sided, which wasn't that ideal. But to be honest, at the same time, being Nepal twice was really, really important. I mean, obviously, if you're a Nepal fan watching this, then you would be really disappointed, and I totally understand. Yeah. I mean, at least the second game, I think USA played better, so I would say they deserve it. But the first game, which USA beat Nepal, I'm still surprised. How did USA win that game? Because it looked like Nepal got a really good score, that 286, and they scored so many runs at the end, which it seemed too much, I thought. And then USA were on a good track, like 170, 160 for one or whatever it was, and then they lost 4 wickets so quickly, thanks to Kushal Bhurtel. It looked like the game was all over, and then Harmeet Singh played a really good innings. And when Skokwick hit the winning six with Jesse Singh six as well, that really helped out USA there. And the fact that they actually won against Nepal in that first game was crazy, chasing down 287. And then the second game, I mean, USA scored 281. Although, to be honest, if you ask me, I wish they scored 290, 295 because they had a much better platform than it seemed. Only lost 3 wickets for like 35 overs. I thought they would get close to 300 or even cross 300, but credit to Nepal, they bowled well in those phases. But still, 281 seemed like a decent score, and Nepal didn't get there. Although they probably should not have even come to 244. If Ken Jagay didn't drop Sompal Kami and he ended up kind of punishing USA for that. He brought some late hope for Nepal, and I was actually not comfortable. Yeah, I didn't like Sompal Kami's innings. I mean, this is just biased, sorry. But speaking from an unbiased perspective, it's a great innings from Sompal Kami. He gave hope from absolutely nowhere. And even Dipender Singh Ivy played well. So I'll give him credit there. And even Karan Casey. Karan Casey, the fact that he sprained his ankle and he still came out to bat, that just shows how much of a fighter he is. And even Jesse Singh, I want to give credit to him after getting smashed around in that third match against Scotland. He came back pretty well, maybe except the last 2 overs he bowled, but he had an injury and he was still playing through it. So I give him credit there too. Yeah, the game against Scotland, the first one was just a disaster. Not even 50 runs, they were 6 wicket down. They at least got 144. It's not like they got all out for less than 100. Thanks to Shadley Skokwick scoring 50 plus. But yeah, the fact that they didn't even get a single wicket, it was a 10 wicket defeat. That's I don't know how to describe it, but that really hurts, if you ask me. I mean, with 144, I wasn't really expecting USA would win the game, but I was hoping that they would at least get 1 wicket of Scotland. 10 wicket defeat really sucks. That's the worst way to lose, I feel. Yeah. If you had a low score, at least if you can get 1 wicket, it's something positive to take out of it. But because USA got 0 wickets, it basically just felt like Scotland walked over USA in the first game. Yeah, but the second game against Scotland was much better, right? Yeah, at least the fact that USA showed some decent fight throughout it. Maybe Not with the ball. Yeah, if there's one thing USA need to improve, it's the balling. The balling is a problem to some extent. I mean, it's obviously known that the batting of USA is their strength compared to the balling. But if USA want to do well in ODIs, you gotta ball well. I mean, the last game against Nepal was a good example of how to ball. Maybe the fielding, if it was a little better, then wouldn't have only won by 37, maybe would have won by 70 runs. But anyway, I thought that third game against Scotland, they kind of balled well to the 30th over, but the only problem was they couldn't pick up the wickets. And because they didn't pick up the wickets, with Brandon McMillan, he just took full advantage and smashed the USA bowlers and got 150. That was a really good innings from McMullen. I can't even lie. I mean, it was hard to watch as a USA fan, but such innings have to be appreciated regardless. And yeah, he played really well, McMullen. And even Michael Leask with that crazy cameo, like 33 of 11, I think it was. That was unbelievable. And at the end, Scotland ended up scoring 317 for 5. Yeah, that was way too much. I was thinking as long as USA can keep them under 275, 280, that would have been a good score to chase down. But because they got to that 317, it it just proved to be way too much. And then USA with the bat, I mean, I won't say that they batted poorly. I would say they gave a good effort with the bat, to be honest. Even though it looks like they lost by 70 runs, got all for 246, 71 to be precise. But to me, I like the batting approach. It's just that, they lost 5 wickets. They didn't take that little time, which Scotland did. And then accelerate at the end. They didn't do that. Yeah, they lost 5 wickets by the halfway mark. Yeah, Mohan Patel played well. He made 50. He played well in this tri-series. Maybe not the first game, but the other 3 games he made 50s each. He have to be 50 plus scores, so I'll give that to him. He kind of bounced back from that T20 series against Nepal, losing 3-0, where he had a torrid time. He was terrible. But at least in the ODIs, he kind of made up for it in the last 3. Anyway, back to the game. I thought the youngsters, Sanjay Krishnamurthy and Utkarsh Srivastava, they were very impressive, in my opinion. Yeah, they kind of gave USA some hope at the end. Only difference is Harmeet Singh. If he could have played till the end, it may have been a different game altogether. Maybe USA would have somehow won it or even come closer. But unfortunately, he was outstumped. But at the same time, I don't blame him. He had to go for it. That's unfortunate. It didn't work out. And yeah, I do give credit to USA. They tried to win even when it looked very unlikely, especially Srivastava. Even if he had tried to play selfishly and get to his 100, by going with the singles and doubles, I would have blamed him 100% because who knows when is his next opportunity. But I really liked his team first approach. He played really well and he may have got out, but that's fine. By the way, I'm recording this game before the Nepal Scotland game, so the tri series isn't like officially over. And why I do mention in the title that USA are on top 4 now is because the Netherlands can overtake USA thanks to them playing in the tri-series between UAE, Oman, and themselves. Although they did lose to UAE, so if they don't win another game, and what I mean is if they don't win all 3, so even if they only win 2, as long as they don't win by big margins, then the net run rate won't be above USA, and they'll be tied as well with 12 games, 8 wins each, if they only win 2 out of the next 3. So in that case, USA would technically still be on top of League 2. But, I mean, I was thinking Netherlands would win all 4 and go back to the top of League 2. That's why I put in the title 4 now. Yeah. If you ask me, I would say a mixed performance from USA. If they have beaten Scotland, if they did beat Scotland at least once, out of the two games, then I would have told you that it was a solid performance. But because they lost to Scotland twice, it it kind of felt like a mixed bag, to be honest. But at least beating Nepal twice, because they beat Nepal twice, that's why that's the positive part of the Tri Series, because they were able to beat them twice, despite losing 3-0 in that T20 series. Yep. Now, I just want to mention the women's team as well. I know the thumbnail and the photo is just the men's team, but I wanted to give a shout out to the women's team, USA women's team. They played a good series against the Zimbabwe women. They may have lost the series, the ODI series. It was 5 matches. They lost 3-2, but the fact that they won 2 games was really impressive. Especially the fifth game, they chased on 247, and a 16-year-old youngster, Chetan, I think her name was, I don't remember. She scored 136 on ODI debut. That's crazy. Yeah, I mean, she played wonderfully. And also the US women's team, they made it to the global qualifier for this year's T20 Women's World Cup. They may have not performed well, but the fact that they made it is positive signs. Maybe USA can make a Women's T20 World Cup soon as well. I mean, overall this year, I don't think USA have another game, whether it be men or women, for the remainder of 2024. So if that's the case, then yeah, that was the last game between USA and Nepal in League 2 of any sort of USA cricket. Of the national team. Maybe the domestic leagues are going on, I'm not really familiar. But yeah, 2024 has been a pretty decent year. Not just decent, it's been a really good year, to be honest. And hopefully it carries on into 2025 as well. Yeah, I mean, the women, they made it to the global qualifier. They had a good series against Zimbabwe. They're showing some good promise for the future. And then the men, obviously, playing in the T20 World Cup earlier this year and making it to the Super 8. And then in League 2 as well, kind of playing well throughout, being in the top 3 for sure, guaranteed top half. So that's also really, really good. And yeah, maybe the T20s, a couple of them probably just have to get better game awareness. Yeah, like the Nepal series, could have at least won one of them, and then a couple of T20s and against like UAE or Netherlands. If they were better at game awareness, they could have won. And in League 2 as well, again, game awareness against Netherlands, at least in one of the ODIs. Yeah, I mean, if you ask me, with the 4 losses, they had 2 against Netherlands and 2 against Scotland. So the Netherlands and Scotland are the best associate nations at League 2, so to me, those losses, they're okay, I guess. It's not like a bad loss. But I mean, if USA had won at least one against the Dutch and the Scottish, then could have had 10 wins out of 12, which would have been awesome. But it wasn't to be, and well, that's okay. Can't really change that. Hopefully in the future they can beat these teams as well. Yeah, so that really is it. Just wanted to mention about USA's progress in League 2, the recent Tri-Series performance, how they went by it, and overall just a recap of 2024 for USA Cricket only. If you have watched till the end of this discussion, then I really thank you so much. Thank you for watching it. And comment down below if you want me to mention any other team, whether it be associate or a full member nation. I would like to give my comments on that team as well. So if you have heard that just now, please do leave it in the comment section below if you want me to give my personal observations of another nation's cricket team performance in 2024. I know most of them still have games this year, but so far in 2024, if you want me to give any comments, please let me know that about those in the comment section below. But other than that, thank you for watching this video or listening to my chats. If you did like the video, please like the video and subscribe to the channel for more content. And until the next video, bye.